Runaway fires have savaged South Africa's beautiful winelands and nature reserves. 50% of the time, we don't even know how or when a fire was started or how far it will spread. But inevitably, technology will rise above the flames. The South African Institute has developed a system to detect fire that you can track and view all from the convenience of your cell phone.
Park and fire managers spend limited time in the office. They need an app that they can use on the go. Cape Nature's Tony Marshall gives us an insight on the devastation fire can cause.
Tony, the Jonkershoek Nature Reserve is such a beautiful area. Is it readily affected by fires?
The fynbos is very readily affected by fires. In Cape Nature, in our reserves, we have over 100 fires on average every year that we have to deal with. So fire is an integral part of the fynbos ecosystem, but it requires fire at the correct times of the year and when the vegetation is the correct age.
Why are fires so hard to manage and put out?
There's many reasons. As you can see in the terrain around us, it's very rugged and very mountainous. So it makes it difficult to get people up into the mountains, into these rugged areas. The other aspect, of course, is the wind. The stronger the wind, the more difficult it is to fight the fire. The vegetation type. In our area, this is all fynbos vegetation, so it's a lot of oils in which are very susceptible to burning, so it burns very readily. One of the ways we can look at minimizing the effect and the size of the fires is by means of scheduled burning.
If only all fires could be scheduled. Unfortunately, most catch us by surprise. The Muraga Research Institute in Pretoria developed a detection system named the Advanced Fire Information System, or AFIS.
The Advanced Fire Information System is a satellite-based wide area fire monitoring system. So what we essentially use is satellites that have a thermal imager that can detect hotspots on the surface of the Earth. We're able to pull all that information into an ICT system that enables us to pinpoint or geolocate where all these fires are. South Africa and essentially the rest of Africa actually burn quite a lot. And there's fire seasons at different times of the year, depending on whether you're in the Cape or in the northern part of the country. And so it's quite important for people to actually know this. The more important thing is around what's called fire danger index. And this is setting a fire or starting a fire, whether it's for land clearing, on a high fire danger index day. And mobile applications, whether it's a phone or a tablet, particularly in Africa and the developing world, one of the more dominant computing platforms. And so we realized that to actually get our applications and our solutions to the users, we needed to develop that capability, and this is one of the first applications that we've developed in this regard.
AFIS assists with both controlled fires and wildfires, assisting landowners, firefighters and conservationists.
Then how would you use AFIS to manage these controlled fires?
AFIS will assist us in doing that by identifying the areas and the curing of the vegetation, how dry is it. And that would enable us to be able to carry out the controlled burn much more successfully if we know more or less what the fire is going to do because of the dryness of the vegetation.
How does the AFIS system help manage wildfires?
What AFIS does is it picks up those fires and it will let us know. It sends us an SMS saying there's a fire in a particular area. The idea is for a rapid response. We must get to it as quickly as possible. When AFIS picks it up, we know immediately there's a fire and we can respond and go and see what is there.
Fires as small as 50 square meters can be detected under optimal conditions, but the average size is around 100 meters squared. The near real-time alerts make it invaluable.
So show me a little bit of how AFIS works.
Well, yeah, we have the whole map of South Africa, and the northeastern corner. Up there you can see there's a lot of fires going on there at the moment. There's a couple down here, and there's one close to Caledon, and probably one near Paarl, probably the farmers burning the stubble lands. So it gives you a great indication of where the fires are, as you can see, and you can actually zoom into it so that you can identify the specific reserves that are being affected by the fire. With the zooming in, you'll be able to pick up access points and how to get to the area, so it makes it a lot easier for us to respond to the fire.
AFIS is not only used on local soil. The most fire-prone country in Africa is Angola, and the system will help the Angolan and many other governments to address the problem.